inducing a bit of laughter here. That's Madonna paying tribute to Prince at the Billboard Awards over the weekend. Critics immediately started throwing shade. Some thought a black artist would have been a better choice. Others just wanted someone with better vocal chops. Rachel, why do you think Madonna's tribute to Prince was so polarizing?
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. That song in particular really requires a voice. And Madonna is many extraordinary things, but she's never been a great, great singer. She's not known for how she's a contemporary of Prince. And I think that, in her defense as somebody who could pay tribute to him, I think that their cultural impact they are both extremely important figures. I think of late, Madonna has not been as relevant or as groundbreaking as she was. But as somebody who, grew up with Madonna in the 90s, you cannot underestimate what a cultural force she was in pop music. In
a lot of ways, she does make sense.
In a lot of ways, she makes sense. Yeah. But I think this in particular, I think that if you're celebrating Prince's musicianship and his songs and his songwriting, you needed somebody with better pipes. And she just, that was unfortunate.
Or someone who could afford more than a Casio keyboard as the backup for their singing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That really was, I think, an awful performance. And I would say two things to it. Really, the full name of that song is Nothing Compares to You, Except Me. It seemed to be far more about Madonna, frankly, than about Prince. And
I disagree.
No, from the very beginning, sitting on the throne, kind of coming down in this kind of over-the-top way, it struck me as very much the very fact that we're still talking about it, the way that she's been playing this on Instagram. This is about Madonna, not Prince, and that strikes me as frankly, a missed opportunity to lead her to a great artist.
I should add, Madonna did defend herself on Instagram, saying anyone who wants to do a tribute to Prince is welcome to.
Yeah.
If you loved him and he inspired you, then show it. She says, I love Prince forever. Emily, you disagree with Randy about the tone of the performance.
Yeah, I think that it's true the musicianship, the musical arrangement wasn't as, maybe sexy, funky as Prince would have ultimately liked. Or fun, but it was a somber moment. Madonna, not only were they peers on the charts for many years, they were actually friends and had a very complicated relationship full of minor fights and jealousies. And for 20 years, they've come up together. I think she was 100% a choice. And, to Questlove's point, who not only at the Billboard Awards said this, but said it later on Twitter several times, there's lots of time to have Prince tributes. Everyone can do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with, especially for the Billboard Awards, which is, chart-based, to have Madonna, who is just a monster on the charts, do this performance. And to your point about it being about Madge, I disagree. I feel like she would probably not have elected to hide her well-toned, Kabbalah-influenced body behind a lavender paisley suit. And she was completely dwarfed on stage by, photos of Prince.
Yeah.
It clearly was about her memory. And I know that she didn't hit every note, and, she's no Sinead O'Connor, but it was beautiful, and I think the song choice...
It was beautiful? Seriously? It was beautiful?
I think it was beautiful.
Did we hear the same music? It was beautiful?
Randy, I'll give you the final thoughts here. What do you think would be a better way for Billboard to honor Prince?
I would have loved to have seen someone on that stage I'd never heard of before, who was full of vim and energy, and it was going to have a little bit of fun. Yes, it's a tribute, but it doesn't have to be solemn, especially with someone like Prince, with just how dynamic a musician he was. It felt to me like when you're at a Billboard event and Celine Dion is the restrained one on stage, something is wrong, right? It was, from my mind, a great missed opportunity.